your two hosts, Carlos and Dylan.
Hey, what's up, Dylan? I hope you had a great rest of your week. And let's get the show on the road and see what are your what do you expect from this game now that we've seen game one from Billy G?
Yeah, I expect a win. I know, we picked the Gators to win a couple times on this show, but I think this is a game you should win. I'm still confident in the talent that we've seen on the football field. I think I'm even more confident now after seeing, what was a pretty solid outing from the Gators. I thought one or two things goes right and you beat, a really good Georgia team. So yeah, I'm expecting a good game. I'm expecting a win. I mean, it's tough to go on the road in the SEC. I guess, Billy Napier showed us that Kentucky at home can be difficult sometimes, but I believe that we should win this game. I think Florida has shown that they have talent. I think last week we saw that, this coaching staff is inept enough to win football games in the SEC. So I'm excited. I'm thinking, I'm hoping to see some Lagway magic here. I'm hoping to see Lagway continue. I know a lot of fans weren't happy with him, but he's been playing better in my opinion. I'm hoping to see that continue. Maybe have a perfect game from him, play all four quarters instead of, one good quarter here and there. And yeah, I'm excited to see this offense continue under Ryan O'Hara.
I totally agree with you. I just wish if DJ stays that we can actually see him play one full season being healthy, because I still think he's not at 100%.
Yeah.
Even though he's running the power, the QB power, that's not his full speed.
Yeah, I think he's getting there, and I think this whole season will be muddied with that injury stuff. He never had the whole offseason. He was never going to be, 100%. But I would like to see that too in the future, and that's the hope, is that next year, new coach, he'll come back and we can see that.
In terms of, hold on one second, because I don't have the questions in front of me right now. I'm trying to, what can we expect to see from Kentucky in terms of that?
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna come on here and say I've watched a ton of Kentucky games. I'm not, bad football. No offense to Kentucky, but
yes, no offense.
Not to take any shots there, but I think they have a young quarterback. You see it all the time in the SEC. Young quarterbacks can be hard to deal with when you don't necessarily know what's coming from them. I think you need time to adjust to a quarterback, and he's a talented guy. They were smart to move on from Calzada over there. I know, they're going through some things with him right now, doing money spreads on fans. I don't know what was going on over there, but they're going to be, Mark Stoops always has them playing at, a style of football that they can get you at any moment. I don't think they're the greatest team. I don't think, I don't think Florida's saying, oh man, like this is a team that out talents us. This is a team that's like, going to be the hardest on our schedule, but they can get you. So I think for Florida, it's really about continuing to, just go out there every Saturday with the same effort. And they have continued to do that. So there's no reason for me to expect that they don't do that. But that's a big important thing is, you're still playing on the road in a tough environment against a team that can catch you slipping at any time. So, as much as I'm talking like the Gators are much higher ranked than they are, I do think that the talent wise, we should win this game. And I think the only way Florida doesn't win this game is if they do get, caught sleepwalking and, we see sloppy football like we've seen a couple times this year.
Do you expect anybody to have a big game from the Florida side?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to note that Trey Wilson is out of this game. You already have Dallas Wilson out of this game. So I think with Vernell being back, that's huge. I could see Vernell having a good game. I kind of feel like, he started out super well, and he hasn't had necessarily a huge game, since early on in the year. I think we could see him come out strong. I'm still waiting for J Mike to have one of those games, man. I've watched so much of his film going back, and at every stop so far, he has these games where he goes crazy, making catch after catch. So we haven't seen that yet. I'm hoping to see that soon from J Mike. The obvious one is Jaden Ball. Jaden Ball just, he makes plays every time he gets the ball. So those are my big three. Other than that, we'll have to wait and see. I think there's plenty of opportunities open in this wide receiver room now with a couple guys out. I think we might see more Nashawn Montgomery. We might see, we saw some Tank Hawkins. We saw he was open. I like Tank Hawkins a lot. I hope he gets some playing time. Obviously, TJ Abrams. So there's a lot of opportunity.
That's another one I want to stay with the new coach, Nashawn Montgomery, because I feel like he hasn't really gotten a shot.
Yeah, we haven't seen him much, and he's a super talented player. I think, I think it was kind of expected that he was gonna take a little while to get there. He wasn't on the level of Dallas Wilson and Vernell Brown, but not many kids are, and that's not like a slight at Nashawn in the slightest. I mean, he's a great football player, but I think he's an exciting one to keep your eye on. If not, at the end of this year, if he does get some playing time, I think he could pop, but definitely next year if he does end up staying, which I think there's a high possibility that he does stay.
Any updates on the availability report, even though you kind of touched on some of it?
Yeah, we got it. From what I saw, I mean, you're getting Aiden Mizell back, you're getting VB3 back. That's huge. Obviously, Eugene's out, which is really tough. I mean, it's just been so tough with him, man. He comes out, he breaks out in a way, has an awesome game, and then he's gone again. That really sucks. I'm hoping he can get back soon, but it continues to be Florida's availability report is filled with injuries, while the other teams, pretty chill. So that's tough. I don't really know what's going on there. It feels like it's a reoccurring thing. And I will say Florida does put a lot of players on there that other teams wouldn't be putting on there, like, the guys out for the year and whatnot. But it's tough, but I think Florida has plenty of talent still on that football field, and we'll see it on Saturday.
Unfortunately, EG3 reminds me of Percy Harvin, but for the wrong reasons, because Percy Harvin struggled with injuries when he was at Florida, but he still gutted it out a lot, and in some instances didn't play. But we got to see the fruits of Percy Harvin, and we haven't seen the fruits of EG3.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, a part of it is Florida hasn't really given Eugene Wilson a chance to reach his max potential and a reason to play through injury in a way. I'm not saying that he's sitting out when he could be playing.
No, I know what you mean. If we were in the playoff hunt, I guarantee he would be gutting it out.
Like, there's times where I'm sure, he seems like the type of guy that would want to play through an injury, but at this point, anyone with a brain would say don't do that. So I'm not sure what the severity of it, but it is tough because I think he could be a lot better of a player than he looks like on paper now because of, all these situations going on.
Yeah, and his NFL stock is going to suffer, unfortunately, because he could easily be a first-round pick, but because of all these injuries, how many teams are going to be scared to take him?
Yeah, well, the good thing is I believe he's a redshirt sophomore, so he's still got some time. Hopefully he sticks it out here, and we can see him making plays next year. But he's got some time to build that stock back up.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go with the pick'ems. We're gonna do Saturday because obviously we can't do Friday because the day we're recording is Friday. So.
Hey, we could get some right. We could get some freebies out.
But let's go and get with the pick'ems, and then obviously we're gonna leave the game for your 5 keys and my 5 keys at the end. But let me get the where did I leave my link? Okay, there it is. We're gonna miss a pretty good game today. I think today, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, a pretty good game. But I think today, I want to watch this later on. Houston at UCF.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. That's a
Yep,
fun one right there.
yep. All right, to start off our Saturday in Pick'ems. No, and I already know my answer for this, but I got to ask you. Number 2, Indiana at Penn State.
Yeah, like you said, this one's pretty simple. I think you go Indiana here all day, every day. It's tough because Penn State came in. I thought I had high expectations, but this is Indiana all day.
I'm taking Indiana. Number 5, University of Georgia at Mississippi State.
Again, this one's super simple. Give me Georgia. I think that's not going to be a game. Even though Georgia's on the road, I could see Mississippi State keeping it close, but give me Georgia here.
Yeah, give me Georgia too. And this sounds weird as I say this. Number 7, BYU at number 8, Texas Tech.
That's a crazy game, and that's a perfect example of how crazy college football is, man. I don't think anyone would have told you number 7 versus number 8 would be BYU Texas Tech. I think
Exactly.
it's awesome. I'm going Texas Tech here. I think Texas Tech is a great football team, and I've mentioned that I think BYU is a good football team, but they haven't been checked by a really superior opponent yet. I think that's Texas Tech, so give me Texas Tech here.
I'm gonna have to agree with Dylan so far. There's no differences so far on our picks. I'm gonna have to agree with Dylan. I'm gonna say Texas Tech, but and I don't. I think it could be close depending on how BYU plays. But are they really the number 7 team in the country? They have to impress me. If they beat Texas Tech, then I'll do a hot take and say that they'll make the playoffs.
I love it.
But if they don't, even though I'm picking against them, Texas Tech it is. Um, SMU at BC.
Yeah, this one's another easy one. Boston College has been pretty awful this year. Give
Yep.
me SMU pretty easily.
Yeah, give me SMU. Colorado at West Virginia. The dumpster fires.
Right. This is a tough one because both teams are pretty bad. I'm going to go West Virginia here. I think West Virginia's building and has more momentum than Colorado. I mean, it's tough to say because, Colorado last year, everyone was like, oh, the Buffs are for real, and obviously not. So I'm going to go West Virginia. I think this will be a coin toss, coin flip, either way, but give me West Virginia here.
Give me SMU for the Boston College game and give me West Virginia. They're the home team. I think the home team would get energized by the home crowd. So give me West Virginia. James Madison at Marshall.
Yeah, give me James Madison here. I think they're 7-1, really good
Yes,
football team.
yes,
So
they are.
give me Madison.
Give me James Madison. I think they're the better team and they're 7-1. University of Southern Miss at Arkansas State.
Give me Southern Miss here. You guys know I like me some Southern Miss. They've been as good as I expected them to be. I think they continue to roll here.
Give me Southern Miss. Also, so far no other side picks. Give me
We'll
Southern
see in
Miss.
the future.
Temple at Army.
Ooh, this one's tough. I hyped up Temple last week, and I'm pretty sure they lost pretty ugly.
Yes, they did.
But I'm too stupid to learn from my mistakes, so give me Temple here again. Let's hope they bounce back, and I don't look double stupid here.
This is tough. Give me Temple. I just don't like any triple option offenses. Give me Temple. Number 1, Ohio State at Purdue.
Yeah, this one's pretty simple. Give me Ohio State.
Give me Ohio State. CLT at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think Ole Miss is minus 53 or something crazy like that.
Let me
Give me
see the
Ole
spread
Miss. Give
real
me Lane
quick.
Kiffin.
The spread. What is the spread for this? I'm just curious to know. Holy crap. No way. That's OSU. Where's Ole Miss? Ole Miss. Army, OSU. I can't find Ole Miss. Where are you? I'll look at it up in a little bit. Okay. No wonder. I was looking at the wrong one. Liberty. Yeah. It's a 30 spread.
Oh, 30. Oh, way
Yeah.
off. That's my fault. I thought it was 53.
No, 30. Who's this? Oh, Missouri State at Liberty.
Yeah, give me Liberty here. I think this one's pretty simple too.
Give me Ole Miss and give me Liberty. Bowling Green at Eastern Michigan.
Oh, this one's tough. I don't know. I love Eastern Michigan just because they have a really solid running back that I think can change the game, but I think Bowling Green's the better team. I'm going to go Bowling Green, but this is kind of ugly, could go either way one.
Give me Bowling Green on this one. I agree with Dylan's take and can go either way. I just think Bowling Green's a better team. University of Alabama, Birmingham at Rice.
Oof. Another one that I'm going Rice here. If I'm mistaken, I believe Rice has had a decent year. It's not been great.
They've had a decent year, yes.
So yeah, give me Rice. But in another, could go either way, kind of a stinker game.
Yeah. Give me Rice. I'm gonna throw it at Rice just to see if we both get it wrong, we go wrong. Maryland, and I believe they lost their head coach, if I'm not mistaken, at Rutgers.
Maryland at Rutgers. I might have missed that. I didn't see any head coach move on, but I might have missed that.
I think they have an interim, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I probably missed it, to be honest, but I had to do better research. That's on me. But in this game, both teams are pretty talented. Both teams I think Maryland's had the better year, and I like Maryland a lot. I like Malik Washington, so give me Maryland.
Give me Rutgers, based on the fact that I think they have an interim coach. I have to verify that. I didn't verify that before coming on here. La Tech at Delaware.
Oh, this one's another little feisty one. I'm gonna go La Tech. I think La Tech's the better football team, but both teams have had somewhat decent years, so I think Delaware could pull it off. But give me La Tech.
I like both teams, unfortunately, but we've ridden the Delaware train all season long. Give me Delaware.
I like it.
FIU at MTSU.
Ooh,
I can't remember.
Middle Tennessee State.
Oh my, yeah. I'm great for it.
You gotta remember them because they gave Miami the belt back in the day.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen this year. I think the Florida team gets it done. This might be an upset, but give me FIU. I like FIU a lot this year.
Yeah, give me FIU on this one. Jacksonville State at UTEP.
Oh, Jack State at UTEP. I'm gonna go UTEP here. I think UTEP should be the favorite in this game. Jack State has been aight. They haven't been great. They haven't been bad. But give me a UTEP here.
Yeah, I'll agree with Dylan on that one. And I read the original CLT wrong. It was CIT. I don't know what that stands for. And they're playing at Ole Miss, but it's still going to be Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So it's now CLT at ECU.
CLT. That's Charlotte versus Eastern Carolina, if I'm not
Eastern
mistaken.
Carolina, yes.
Yeah, I'm going Eastern Carolina here. I think this should be an easy win for them. I think the Pirates get it done.
Yeah, give me Eastern Carolina also. Tulsa at FAU.
Tulsa FAU. That's a weird one, man. That's gonna be an ugly one. Just because they're a Florida team, and they got an exciting quarterback who can make it happen. Give me FAU here.
Give me Tulsa. I just think Tulsa's the better team. Give me Tulsa. Number 3, Texas A&M at number 22, Mizzou. And I've heard rumors that Eli is out of the picture. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, I saw that. I think, first of all, this is an awesome game. I like both sides here. I think in the end, the way Texas A&M is looking, this should be Texas A&M. If I was feeling bold, I would see a little bit of an upset here. I think Texas A&M is kind of due for an upset. That being said, I think they've looked damn good this year. So give me Texas A&M here. But yeah, I don't know if Drink's gonna be in the options this year. We'll see. But I think either way, he's got a game to play this week. He's got to focus on, and I think Texas A&M is gonna be too much for him.
I'm gonna pick Texas A&M, even though I like Eli as a coach. I've heard other stuff as a person, but I can care less what you do on your personal time, as long as you're winning. If you're on my side, Oregon, number 9, Oregon at number 20, Iowa.
Yeah, give me Oregon here pretty easily.
Yeah, give me Oregon. I don't think Iowa stands a chance. And the next one I've been kind of trying to tussle to see if there could be another upset. Unranked Syracuse at number 18, Miami.
Oh, I like the idea, but I don't think Syracuse quarterback situation is good enough. I don't think, maybe if they still had their starter, he looked great and they were rolling with him, but they lost him. So I think Miami gets it done. It's always fun to see Miami get upset, and you're guaranteed to see it at least twice a year, it seems. But I think Miami, gets back rolling versus banged up Syracuse team.
I'll give this to Miami, even though when I looked at this originally, I was thinking, could there be another number 3 so Cristobal can choke and they can be officially out of the playoffs? But I don't think it's going to happen this week. Duke at UConn.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me. Give me Duke. I love what Duke's building. I love what Duke's got going on over there. So give me Duke.
Yeah, go ahead and give me Duke. It's surprising that he's doing a way better job than when he was at Miami, because it's very hard to recruit, at least in football, for Duke. So I give him a lot of credit at what he's doing at Duke. I think he can have Duke on the map eventually.
He's done well at keeping Elko's momentum there, which is it's awesome to see.
Yes. Kansas at Arizona.
This is a good one. Kansas, Arizona. I'm going to go Kansas. I just feel like they've been the better team this year, but I think this is a 50-50. I think this is a great football game to watch. It's going to be fun. But give me Kansas.
I agree with Dylan on this one again. Give me Kansas. I think they're just the better team this year. Iowa State at TCU, and for me, this is a very simple answer.
Yeah, I don't know where you're leaning. I'm leaning TCU. I love TCU. I've said that many times. Give me TCU here. I think I was expecting them to have a better year, but they can finish strong. So give me TCU.
Give me TCU. A free less Auburn at number 16. Vandy.
Yeah. This is, interim coach, new quarterbacks going around at Auburn. Um, if it was a different ranked team, maybe I'd say watch out for the upset. But I love me some Vandy. I know, there's been some games they let slip away. That onside kick, man, that was crazy. I thought they had it, but give me Vandy here. Pretty, not pretty easily because I think Auburn might give them a run, but I think they pull away in the end. Give me Vandy.
Give me Vandy. I love their quarterback. They're on the bubble of the playoffs, even with that loss. Give me Vandy. Big. Kent State at New Mexico State. I mean, Kensaw.
Penn State. Sorry, what was that?
Kensaw.
Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Okay, Kennesaw State versus New Mexico State. I'm gonna go with New Mexico State here. Um, Ugly game. I think New Mexico State's just a better football team.
Yep. Give me New Mexico State. I think they're just a better team. Georgia State at CCU.
Georgia State at who?
CCU.
TCU, Coastal Carolina.
Yep.
Georgia State at Coastal Carolina. I'm gonna go with Coastal Carolina. I think they're the better football team. I mean, Georgia State has had a respectable year, but give me Coastal.
Give me Coastal Carolina too. I agree on that one. I have a question before we pick the next one. Are you surprised Luke Fickle's still around? And they gave him a vote of confidence?
Yeah, I mean that's tough. At the program he's at, I understand it. It's a little less, cutthroat, at least currently. But it's tough to defend him at this point.
Okay, well, that's why I asked you that question because we're picking number 23 Washington at Wisconsin and the vote
Yeah,
of confidence coach.
yeah, I think this one's pretty easy. Give me Washington, Jetfish. I know some people like to bring him up for our job. I don't think so, but I think he's doing well at Washington. So give me Washington here.
If I didn't pick the last game, I don't remember, but give me Coastal Carolina and give me Washington. And this one, I don't know. It's a toss up because both teams are bad, and one coach may be out the door after the season. Stanford at North Carolina.
Yeah, I think one coach they already said was a 1-year rental at Stanford and North Carolina. We'll see. That's an ugly situation. I keep picking North Carolina just because I'm like something's gotta give. Like he can't be this bad. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna pick North Carolina here. I think Stanford's not a great football team. I know they've been doing all right recently, but I don't think they're a good team. So give me North Carolina here, even if it's gonna make me look stupid.
Yeah, give me North Carolina and Belichick. I mean, they're the better team of two bad teams. So give me North Carolina. That's all I can say. Texas State. I mean Texas. Yeah, Texas State at the Raging Cajun University of Louisiana.
Yeah, give me Texas State here. I think this one's a pretty easy pick. Give me Texas State.
Give me Texas State also. I agree. So far, we've only picked two different ones.
Well, we got to start mixing it up here.
Air Force at San Jose State University.
Ooh, Air Force San Jose State. Oh, man. I can just feel that I'm going to get this wrong. Either way I go, but I'm going to go against my gut here. My gut is telling me Air Force just because, I've watched them a little bit and they kind of impressed me, but I'm going to go San Jose State here. I think they've just had, they're the better team, even if my gut's, yelling at me right now.
I'm going to go Air Force. I agree with Dylan. I think San Jose State's the better team, but I think Air Force plays gritty. So give me Air Force.
I like it.
Wake at UVA, University of Virginia.
Yeah, give me Virginia here. I know we talked down on Virginia a lot,
They're number
but
14 in the country. Believe it or not, they're only 2 spots out of the playoffs.
yeah, I think it would be a tragedy if they do make the playoffs because they're not a very good football team in my opinion. But Wake is a lot worse of a football team. So give me UVA here.
Yeah, give me University of West Virginia. I mean, Virginia in this case. I think they're just a better team. Cal at number 15, Louisville.
Oh, this one's a sneaky one. I think a lot of people are hyping up Louisville. I could see a world where Cal wins this one. Am I gonna pick it? Probably not. Unless I talk myself into it in the next 2 seconds. But I think I'm gonna go Louisville. They're the better team. They've had a better year. But I could see a world where Cal gets this done.
I'm gonna pick Louisville. Brahma is in my top 5 of candidates for Florida. Do I want him here? He can win. Can he win a national championship? That's still a question to be asked because I think he would. He's the type of coach that would turn the roster completely over because I don't think none of the kids fit his scheme, unfortunately, and I don't want that to happen. I want a coach that can take the kids that we have now and win it now. They just need an alpha male out there. So give me Louisville. And hold on 1 second because it disappeared on me, but I'll get it back. This is weird not to see numbers besides these teams. FSU at Clemson.
Yeah, it's not weird for me not to see FSU ranked because they are frauds.
Yeah, but I mean, we can leave them in the 20s. Not even a 20 beside FSU.
FSU Clemson. This one is a weird one. I'm honestly like, this is another 50-50. I kind of feel like if I'm just picking off talent alone, I'd pick Clemson every time, but
yeah,
I'm not picking on just talent alone. I'm picking on who I think wins this game, and I think as much as FSU is not as good as everyone hyped them up to be, I think that offense has a way to catch you off guard. They have a way to win games that you wouldn't expect them to. And Clemson's just been flat out bad this year. I don't know what's going on with them. So I'm going to take FSU here, but I think it could go either way.
I'm going to go Clemson. I just think Clemson's the better team. I think FSU is tussling whether to keep their coach for a year because they don't want to pay the buyout or whether to flirt with, according to rumors, I'm going to say, I'm not saying it's going to happen. According to rumors, James Franklin is one of their top 3 picks to go to FSU. FSU fans, if you watch the show, I'm going to tell you, don't take James Franklin because you're going to be back hiring somebody 4 years from now. The Brian Kelly-less LSU Tigers at number 4. And it sounds weird me saying that because I thought they were not going to make the playoffs. Alabama.
Yeah, man. Shout out Alabama for turning that season around. This is kind of a scary game for them, I think. LSU kind of has nothing to lose anymore. They got a new interim head coach. They got a lot of talent on that team. So it's tough for Bama because this is a huge rivalry in a sense. This is a big game, and they got nothing. Their opponent has nothing to lose. I think Bama wins this game. That being said, I think it's a lot closer than they want to, have happen. And I think LSU could come out with, a new coach, and they could shock some people. So give me Bama here, but this one's going to be a game to watch.
I agree with Dylan. I think it's going to be a close game due to them feeding off their interim head coach. But I think Bama pulls away eventually. Give me Bama here. Navy at number 10, Notre Dame.
Yeah, oof. Navy, Notre Dame. Another one, Notre Dame, where we were kind of like, oh, maybe they're not that good, and then they bounce back in a huge way. I think they win again. Notre Dame, they do this under Marcus Freeman where they start out a little rough and then they finish strong. We saw it last year. I think they do it again. Give me Notre Dame, and I think it's not too close.
Give me Notre Dame in a blowout. I just think they're the better team. Marcus Freeman is a pretty good coach. Give me Notre Dame in a blowout. I'm going to skip the next game because we're going to cover that as the last one. Nevada at Utah State University.
Nevada at Utah State. That's a tough one. I'm going to go Utah State here. I think Utah State's the better team. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Utah State gets it done.
Yeah, give me Utah State. Nebraska at UCLA.
Yeah, this one's a little weird too because I feel like UCLA, they were that hot team with the interim. They've kind of cooled down a little. Nebraska they haven't been what a lot of people expected them to be. Did I see that Dylan Raiola is out for the year? I feel like I saw that.
I believe I saw that. I haven't gotten the pop-up, but I believe I saw it somewhere.
That shakes it up a lot. I think I'm going to go with UCLA here, to be honest. I think, they found something with their interim for a little bit there, and I think they're talented, even though they've had a really ugly year. So give me UCLA and what I'm guessing will be an upset.
I'm going to have to agree with Dylan based on what I know. Give me UCLA on this one. Crybaby Mullen and the UNLV Rebels at Colorado State.
Yeah, this is going to be one of his tougher opponents this year, which is crazy to say because Colorado State's not very good.
Yes.
I believe in UNLV, sadly. I know you're not going to like that, but I believe in them this year.
I've picked them.
You've picked them before. I'm going to pick them here. I love their quarterback. I like their offense. I know their defense is not the best thing in the world, but I'm still sticking with them. Give me Dan Mullen here.
Yeah, give me Dan Mullen. I think they're just the better squad. He's the better coach. Give me Dan Mullen. SHSU at Oregon State.
Oh, Sam Houston versus Oregon State is probably the ugliest game of the year, in my opinion. These teams are just bad. That being said, I'm going to pick Oregon State just because of the two bad teams. I want to put my money on Oregon State. Both of them have had awful years, truly. So this is a really bad one, but I'm going to go Oregon State.
I'm just going to flip an imaginary coin and give me Sam Houston State to try to beat Dylan in one game because we've only separated ourselves from 3 games. So
there you go. I like it.
This week. So give me Sam Houston. And the second to last game that we're going to pick this week, San Diego State University at our favorite, especially Dylan's favorite, but I'm starting to get on their train, Hawaii.
This is tough because San Diego State has had a really good year this year, but my bias is telling me I cannot pick against Hawaii. I love Hawaii. Micah Alejado, man. I don't know. It was last week maybe he threw for like 300 yards and they lost. Like he was cooking them. So I'm gonna pull. As much as it's probably going to be wrong, I'm sticking with my guys. I'm going Hawaii. They probably lose this game, but I love them. I think that offense is awesome. So give me Hawaii here.
I'm gonna have to stick with Dylan on this one just because they're the home team. And they're San Diego State traveling all the way to Hawaii. Give me Hawaii. And the game of the week because this is a Gator podcast. Our Florida Gators, well, Kentucky. Are we going to Kentucky or are they coming here?
We're going to Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Our Florida Gators at Kentucky.
Yeah, you
Give
want
me
to
the
talk
five
about it?
keys.
5 keys. All right.
Five keys for a Gator victory.
My 5
And the
keys, I feel
score.
like they get a little you know, it feels like I say the same 5 keys every time, but
Doesn't matter.
I
I mean, I do a Dolphin show by myself right now because that's a smaller channel. And I put the same five keys in the video every single time, and they still fail to do them all.
they still right. I think number 1, again, just a road game, kind of keeping your composure on offense, especially. I think we've seen DJ Lagway struggle in, SEC road games.
Yes.
Obviously, even Texas A&M, he started out really hot, and it seemed like he wasn't too bothered. So I think a big part of, getting this win when both your, Kentucky and you will have not had seasons you want to have is keeping your composure in a tough environment. So that's number 1 is just, not letting Kentucky win the game just because they're at home and not letting that crowd take over. Number 2, I mentioned it, is just get your playmakers involved today. Tomorrow is, BB3 needs to get the ball. He needs to get the ball a lot. Jaden Ball needs to get the ball a lot. And, I'm going to keep pounding the table for J Mike. I need to see J Mike targets down the field. I think he's a great player. If you get the ball in his vicinity, he'll go up and get it. I know versus Georgia, he almost went down and got it, and there's arguments about that. But get your playmakers the ball. Number 3 is just, I think this is more on the coaching staff, is just keep playing with pace like you did. Keep having this tempo offense. Kind of just keep building on what we saw a little bit against Georgia, and that's just doing your own thing. I don't want them to kind of, oh, we lost one game, let's revert back to what this team knows, and that's the Billy Napier offense. I think you were really building something there in the last game, as much as, we came up short. I liked what I saw, so I want to see the offense look a lot like it did against Georgia, and I want to see them build off that. I want to see tempo. I want to see, new designs. I want to see all of that stuff. So just keep building off that. I think pressure is a big one. I think, young quarterback, you got to get pressure on him. We have the talent to get pressure, but we haven't necessarily, seen too much pressure from our D-line. So as much as, Ron Roberts likes to throw in a cornerback blitz, he likes to throw in a linebacker blitz, just get pressure. And lastly is just, I would say, last one is, establish the run with Jaden Ball. I know I kind of mentioned it earlier with get your playmakers involved, but Jaden Ball has been so amazing this year. Every time he touches the ball, you're like, wow, this guy's really good. So we need to just run him a lot and use him to the best of his abilities and get him the ball, man. I think we're a really hard team to beat when our offense is clicking. We haven't really seen them click too much this year, but if we can see Jaden Ball, command an offense, and then we work off that in the passing game, I think this could be an easy win. So those are my keys. In the end, my prediction, I'm going to, if this was a home game, I'd probably go with the Gators by a little bit more, but since it's away, I'm going to have it as a close game. I'm going to say 28-21. 28-21. I think it's going to be close to it's going to come down to the, wire here, but I think Florida's the better team, and I think they get it done, and they look like the better team.
All right, my five keys: run the ball, stick ball down their throat, play with house money, Billy G. You have nothing to lose. take risks, trick plays, jump passes, quarterback power, play with house money, get the kids feeling like they can win at Florida. Number 3, stop the run and stop that quarterback. He's a young kid. Stop the quarterback. Number 4, don't take your foot off the pedal. You might be winning by 21. Keep it going. Do not get into Billy Napier mode. Number 5, just go out and win for the kids. I have it a bigger score than Dylan picked, guys. I have our Florida Gators 35, Kentucky 17.
I like it. I like it. Bold, but I think that I could see that happening for sure.
So, guys, we'll have the post-game show early next week whenever my co-host is available. And then we'll try to get Locked On Ole Miss for next week's Ole Miss preview. That may look a little bit different than what we expect. But obviously, we want to take down Kiffin because we want Kiffin in Lanesville, sorry. Not Gainesville, Lanesville. But like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Gators. Peace.